Hello and welcome to this Microsoft Word tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to use shortcuts in Equation Editor. So if you ever typed a document with equations, you might have used Equation Editor just by hitting Insert, Equation, and New Equation. And then you can type your equation. I'm going to do 5 less than or equal to x plus 4. And you can see how that takes a little bit of time, but if you're typing a document with multiple equations, maybe solutions to a complex equation, that time adds up, like clicking around and getting your symbols and equations right. Um, but there is an easier way, and I'll go ahead and show that to you today. To get to open up the equation editor field, all you have to do is hit Alt and then equal, and it opens it up. And then 5, instead of going and clicking the less than or equal to sign, I'll do /LE, then hit space, and then x plus 4. And you can see how that saves time. There are actually codes for every symbol that you see here and all the different commands as well. Um, I'm not gonna go over all of them today, but if you look down in the links below, there's a link to my website where you can download a quick reference sheet that has most of the common, um, commands, equations, and formats, and I'll also provide a link to a more extensive list as well. But, I'll go over a few more things today. Uh so onto subscripts and superscripts. Again, Alt equal sign to open up the equation field. Then you're going to type your letter. I'm going to use X, and then you do underscore, then 1 to get that subscript. Um, you can also do superscripts. And I didn't mention this before, but if you hit your right arrow key, it'll exit out of the equation editor. Just an easy way to do it. So Alt equals again will get me a new field, and then I'll do Y. And then to get your superscript, you do caret, which is Shift 6, and then squared. And you can also do a combination of the subscripts and superscripts. Um, let's do F, then I'll do subscript 3, superscript R. And then you hit space, and it converts it. These shortcuts can also be used for Greek letters and accents. So Alt equals and / and then type the letter or the name of the Greek letter that you want to use. So I'm going to use beta, and you hit space and it converts. You could do alpha / alpha, and it converts. And if you want to get a capital Greek letter, all you want to do is capitalize the first letter in the name, so capital O, and then omega to get your capital Omega. Division and multiplication is pretty similar as well. I'll do multiplication first, so Alt equals. I used to just use a capital X to um, stand for the multiplication sign, but it actually looks a lot better when you use the / times, and you get your proper multiplication sign. 5. Division sign is the same, except you're going to use / div, and then you hit space. 2. And then say you want to divide multiple terms and have them show up as a fraction with a numerator and denominator. You want to first group your like terms with parentheses, so x plus 3, and then backslash, maybe x plus 4. Then you hit space, and it converts it automatically to a numerator and denominator. There are times, though, when you don't want that to happen, and there's a workaround for that. So I'm going to do x, and then / backslash. When you put the / before the backslash, it tells your equation editor that you just want to keep the backslash. Hit 3, and when I hit space, it just stays in that format. Roots are pretty simple. You can do / and then the keyword for that is sqrt. And then I'll put in parentheses the terms that I want under the square root. So x plus 5. You hit space and it'll place it neatly under the square root. It gets a little more complicated when you want to do square roots to a different degree. So I'll show you that. Then alt equal sign, do / sqrt, and open parentheses. And in this case, if you want a different root, a different degree, you'll have to do the degree first, then hit ampersand, and whatever else you want under the root. So let's do 43. And then close parentheses, and when you hit space, it'll put n right in the square root degree, and then whatever else you put under the term. I think that's the only one that's a little more complicated. I'll hit. Next, I'll show you how to do some summations. So alt equal sign. You'll hear me say that a lot just because it'll be the first one that you memorize. It really is a lot easier than multiple clicks. So summations, you'll do / sum. And then to do any terms below the summation sign, you'll just do, just like your subscripts and superscripts, you'll do subscripts. And then I'm going to use parentheses because I want to put multiple terms. So n equals 0. And then you want to do superscript for anything you want to put on top. We'll put 2. And when you hit space, it'll convert it. And then just n. Integrals are similar to summations. Alt equals, except your code is going to be int. And then I'll do from A to B. You hit space and it converts it. Cosine x dx. So there you go. There's just a quick and easy tutorial on how to do shortcuts in equation editor. And again, if you want to see the codes for other symbols and equations, just look at the links below.